What's up guys, Matt
and Blake
from the Full Boots team, and today we have got the big battle between Nike and Adidas because recently we have seen the Fire and Ice collection, the Pyro Storm and also the Earth Storm all dropping. And the thing is, you guys were the ones who actually voted to see who came out on top. So Nike versus Adidas, let's go.
So the criteria is as follows. You walk into a football boot store, you have two options, one or the other, based on boot and colorway. So what is the first one we see, Matty?
Well, the first battle that we've got Nike versus Adidas is the CR7 Superfly 5 in that Cut to Brilliance colorway, and also the Messi Nemesis 17.1 in his own Pyro Storm colorway. And both of these boots are very good in terms of performance. Yep. I would actually wear both of these myself, but what one would I pick if there were just the two available in the boot shop? Well, the Superfly is the smash of a boot, but so is the Nemesis 17.1. So in terms of the boot, I would say I would go for the Nemesis 17.1, but that is not taking into consideration the colorway. And for me, the better colorway is the Superfly 5. But overall, I'd vote for the Messi Nemesis 17.1. What about you?
I would go for the Superfly 5. Based on colorway, they're very, very similar. Colorway, I can't decide between that. But on tech-wise and boot-wise, I'm going with the Superfly 5. And what did you guys vote? There were 27,000 votes, and 60% went for the CR7 Superfly and 40% for the Messi Pyro Storm. So the Superfly, Nike, 1-0 up so far.
1-0 to Nike, but now we've got our next round, and it is the Magista OBRA 2 representing Nike against the Adidas A17 Plus Pure Control. Now we've got the two colorways, we've got the Fire and Ice Magista and also the Earth Storm and Pyro Storm for the Pure Controls. And both these boots are the control theme boots for Nike and Adidas. Two boots which I probably wouldn't pick out in the shop and actually buy myself, but if I had to, I think it's quite an easy one. Although I do like the colorway of the Pyro Storm Pure Controls, it's going to have to be the OBRA 2 for me. The Magista, the Nike, that gets my vote, but what about you?
Exactly the same case with you. I absolutely love that Pyro Storm Pure Control colorway. Earth Storm, probably not for me. I wouldn't choose that colorway if I was in a boot store and I had that one or the other one. Definitely not that one. Pyro Storm Pure Control colorway wins it for me. But overall boot tech wise, I have to go for the OBRA 2. The Ice or the Fire, probably the Fire, but overall OBRA 2 for me. And so what did you guys vote? The OBRA 2 or the Pure Control? Now this was the most even battle in the whole video. So the Pure Control had 50%. So what does that mean? The Magista OBRA also had 50%. So that is a void. No points for Adidas and no points for Nike.
Round 3, and the score is still 1-0 to Nike, so can Adidas get onto the score sheet? Now, round 3, we have got the HYPERVENOM Phantom 3DF going up against the Adidas Nemesis 17 Plus 360 Agility. Two very high performing and very expensive football boots going head to head, but which one would I personally choose? Now, by the way, the Fire Phantom 3 looks incredible in all red, but alongside that, the Pyro Storm Nemesis 360 Agility in the orange and black is also a 10 out of 10 colorway. So it is very tight, but what it comes down to me, I think, is that the Nemesis 360 Agility doesn't actually feature any laces, which is a massive negative for me. So I'm personally going to go with the Phantom 3DF, and out of those two colorway would have to be the Red Fire.
I rate these two boots very, very highly as well. I really, really rate the Nemesis 70 Plus 360 Agility. Brand new bandage system upper. Nothing we've ever seen before on a football boot. And of course the HYPERVENOM Phantom DF. I think that's the best collared boot on the market at the moment. And in terms of colorways, I'd either go for the Fire HYPERVENOM or the Nemesis Pyro Storm. But in terms of boot and colorway combined, I have to go for the Fire HYPERVENOM Phantom 3 DF. So what were the votes? 35% and 65%. It was 35% for the Nemesis and 65% for the HYPERVENOM. So Nike 2-0 up in this series.
Round 4, and the score is now 2-0 to Nike, but next up, we've got the Magista Opus 2 going up against the A17.1, and I think Adidas have got a real chance here because the A17.1 Prime is actually a very good football boot, and in that Pyro Storm colorway is a smash, just like I said, on those Pure Controls. For me, the Earth Storm colorway isn't as good. I'm not too sure about that Sesame colorway, so for me, it has to be the Pyro Storm Adidas A17.1 or the Opus 2. Now, for me, the Opus 2 just isn't good enough. The upper, the Candlelight, is a little bit outdated. So I think that Nike actually have to come out with a new Opus 2. So for me, this round, I'm going to give it to the A17.1. But Blakey, where's your vote going?
Oh, I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to follow suit and go with the Pyro Storm Ace 17.1. I really rate the two boots themselves. The Candlelight Opus, it's a boot which probably could have been made potentially 5 years ago. Ace 17.1 Prime Pyro Storm is definitely one I'd go for. But what did you guys choose? 63% for one boot and 37% for another boot. 37% was actually the Opus, so Adidas have won with the Ace Prime. 46,000 people voted on this, so the Ace 17.1 brings it back to 2-1 from Nike to Adidas.
Round 5, and we could have a potential Adidas comeback because the score is now just 2-1 to Nike, and this round is arguably the biggest round possible. We've got the Mercurial Superfly 5 going up against the X17 Plus Pure Speed. Two very high performing and also pretty comfortable football boots, so two which I would actually personally buy myself, minus the collar on the Superfly maybe. But let's talk about the colorways. Fire and Ice Superfly both look sensational, there's no doubt about it. And then the colorways on the Pure Speed to me just aren't that great. The Sesame and also the black and red, I'm not too sure. So for me, my vote is gonna have to go with the Superfly 5, and I would actually personally take either of these colorways happily any day. What about you?
I have to follow suit again. The Fire and Ice colorways, perfect for Christmas. Fire or Ice, I probably would go for Ice on this occasion. In terms of colorways for the Adidas ones, again, like Matty said, they're very sort of understated, not the best in terms of colorways. In terms of boots themselves, Pure Speed, I really rate. It's probably, I think, Adidas's best boot at the moment. And the Superfly, of course, is a very popular and bold boot. I'm going with the Superfly, but what did you guys vote? 65% and 35% for these two boots, and of course the Superfly had to win. It was the 65% with the Pure Speed with the 35%. So Nike takes it to 3-1.
Round 6, 3-1 to Nike, and this is my own hardest boot decision. Two boots which I absolutely love to pieces and ones that I would actually wear myself for my own football. We've got the HYPERVENOM Phantom 3 Low going up against the Nemesis 17.1. Both come with laces, both are low cut, both are comfortable, and both have incredible performance. So this is so tight for me. But what one do I actually go for? First of all, I love two colorways in this. The red Phantom 3 and the orange and black Nemesis I love. The other two I'm not so sure about. So it would be between the almost red orange Phantom or the Nemesis. On this occasion, because I love the HYPERVENOM so much, I am going to vote for the Phantom 3 in that fire colorway. So Blake, what about you on this one?
Again, I rate these two boots very highly, but I'm someone with really wide feet. As you all know, I'll go with the fire HYPERVENOM. The navy HYPERVENOM, the ice HYPERVENOM is actually another great colorway. It probably would be good for trainings, but again, the Pyrostorm Nemesis isn't going to be great for my feet, so I'm going with the Phantom. But what did you guys choose? So Adidas, you needed to win this to have a chance of winning the whole thing. But did you win it? The percentages were 59% and 41%. So 41% was for the Nemesis. So Nike have done it again, clawed to a 4-1 lead in this series.
Round 7, and Nike are starting to smash it to pieces. And next up, we've got two of their most popular boots on the professional stage. For Nike, we've got the Mercurial Vapor 11, and for Adidas, the X17.1, worn by so many top level players for both of these brands. Now for me, so far they've been quite tight ones, but this one, no chance for the Adidas. I'm saying the Vapor 11 all day long. Both colorways are smashes. The X17.1, two pretty average colorways, and the boot itself, it's a no-go. So Blake, is it closer for you or still a smash?
I'm going to pose a situation. If you gave the colorways of the X17.1 to the Vapor and the colorways of the Fire and Ice to the X17.1, it still wouldn't change my opinion. I wouldn't go for the Fire or Ice X17.1. The differences in terms of boot tech specs is quite high. The Vapor 11, again, it's using a Tizen synthetic upper. I have to go for the Vapor 11. Even though I've got wide feet, I'm still going with that one. Colorways are a smash, but what did you guys vote? Did you really think the X17.1 would have a chance? The voting was 31% towards the X17.1. So that means 69% towards the Vapor 11. So again, Nike up to 5-1 in the series.
Into our last round, and is it going to end up 6-1 to Nike or 5-2? Now the two boots that we've got now are the classical boots for each brand. For Nike, the TIEMPO Legend 7, and for Adidas, the Copper 17.1. And I'm not being funny, we just saw it with the Vapor and also the X, but for me, easy pickings for the TIEMPO Legend 7 over the Copper 17.1. Amazing colorways and a pretty damn good leather boot as well. So for me, my vote is going for the Legend 7.
In terms of colorways, I actually like them both. Red and blue with the Fire and Ice, very nice. The colorway of that Copper 17.1 is actually quite nice as well. It's black and red, very understated. A lot of Sunday League footballers would like that colorway, but of course, you can't expect the Copper 17.1 to win against any football boot against Nike. So the percentages were 80% towards the Tiempo and 20% towards the Copper 17.1. So an absolute whitewash by Nike. 6-1 was the overall scores, mate.
Guys, that is it. 6-1 to Nike. You call us Nike fanboys, but we're pointing the finger back at you now. You guys are the ones who are the Nike fanboys as well. But I think overall, Nike in the last couple of months have smashed it in terms of the colorways, and also their football boots are very high quality as well. But guys, that is it for today. All wrapped up. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always,
we'll see you next time.